Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1580. 1580. Hello, happy Pi Day. 3.14159. And ironically, Stephen Hawking has died on Pi Day. Not that he invented pi, but he certainly, made us think about matters of physics and our universe.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
73, I think it was. We'll get into that a little bit more a little bit later. But it's Mike.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And I got a text from someone who listens to the show, and they said it helps them sleep. So that's a new one. I didn't know this helped you sleep. And maybe that's because I don't make a peep. Hardly a sound. I'm very quiet when I do my show.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Except when the crazy characters, Cafe Anyway characters come in. Like today we'll hear from John Deere,
Mike's
the engineer,
Daily
and Floyd
Podcast.
the Floorman.
Yeah!
And Chely the Shoehart. Hey, I finally heard back from someone. I asked, hey, can you work for me this weekend? And now he gets back to me. Now, halfway through the week. I can't stand that. Hey, don't you love that punctuality in today's world? Oh boy, I deal with someone who is late every day. Look who just walked in.
Oh my god, is it Chely Shoehart, the gift shop supervisor? Are you talking about me?
No.
Because, I'm always right on time.
She's right on time with me. She's right on time.
Who's that, Mike Matthews?
That is the inimitable Billy Joel.
Oh, who?
Look who else walked in. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. Are you trying to get your keyboard, Mike? Yes, my piano keyboard, because I can't. For some reason, I fooled myself that I could play the piano. I'm playing it for you right now, actually, in the background. You can't really hear it now, but that's the Mike's Daily Podcast song. So, we heard from someone yesterday who told me that they like listening to the show.
And here's today's podcast picture.
She said, don't take wrong way, LOL. And when you get something like LOL thrown in, people say the craziest stuff and then throw L and LOL in. This is nice. She's giving me a compliment here. But I've heard a lot of things like, oh, God, you sure stunk today, LOL. Your podcast sure sucked. But LOL, we could go do a whole show about LOL. And we all know what LOL stands for. It's the name of the inventor of the internet, Lol Gergerberger. Lol Gergerberger invented the internet in 1202. And that's where it all came from. 1202 was a fascinating year because it had two twos in it. Lol Gergerberger. Lol Gergerberger. And interestingly enough, LOL also stands for laugh out loud, but that doesn't pertain to anything of what I was just talking about. Are you familiar with sarcasm? Are you familiar with things like that? But this show kind of operates on a little bit of that, is what that is. Billy Joel's bald like me now, but I refuse to grow the gray goatee. I did that for a while and I said no. Don't take wrong way, LOL. But fell asleep listening to your podcast. I woke up in the middle of the night and couldn't sleep, but found your voice soothing. Ha ha. That's the other one. Ha ha. You never got back to me. You sure got back to me right on time about if you could fill in for me this weekend. Ha ha. LOL. It was funny, parentheses, what I heard was what we got back. So, what do she's right on time with me. She's right on time.
She will be walking through that door.
So, Nylon Curtain, Billy Joel's album that came out in 1982, had the song
In time for me, she's right on time.
was never a hit for... I mean, you never hear that on any station anymore. They always play the other song from that album that was huge. Well, we're living here in Allentown, and they try to shut the company down. What about... Speaking of Pennsylvania, is that what we're talking about today? PA? Yay. Pennsylvania rice tighter than tight. That's what they said. My name is Mike. I don't like to talk about things on the internet, but that's what I do, so don't forget. Because I like to talk about what's going on, what's right on time, what's sometimes wrong. But that's okay because I don't care what you think or what you say. Because I can't deal with egos or bravado, and that's how I stand. I like an avocado because I like it on a toast piece of ham. I don't like ham with avocado. It doesn't jam. But if you take a little bacon, put that avocado, you can make it something good, and it's good, and I can rocko. It's fun to rocket time. Rocket time. Rocket Man. I'm gonna talk to Rocket Man because my name is...
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
What? Rex Tillerson, my name is Rex Tillerson, and I got fired because I do things cool. Not really, I don't know. What did Rex Tillerson do? He ran a company. He ran that Exxon thing. But Trump said goodbye.
But all my life, I've heard that decisions are much different when you sit behind the desk in the Oval Office. In other words, when you're president of the United States.
When you sit behind the desk. A razor's edge separated Democrat Connor Lamb and Republican Rick Saccone. Suck it to me. Suck it right on. Suck it.
It's 130% true.
What is this?
I don't know. Hey, Elizabeth Warren. we're a smattering of everything today. I just want you to know. Elizabeth Warren. So I told you that my laptop broke down and I have to watch on the internet. To get to the internet, I go through the apps I have on my Vizio that's over half a decade old. And because of that, I have to... The only apps that are left on there allow me to watch news channels... like the 11 o'clock news shows, local news shows. It's a local news app is what it is. So I watched this one where Elizabeth Warren is the senator of... She was being talked to by one of the anchors who's trying to be all investigative. Hey, Trump called you Sacagawea. What did you think about that? Like trying to, get her all mad. And Elizabeth Warren said, look, my mom was Native American. When my father married her, his side of the family got all upset. You're marrying a Native American, how dare you? And I want you to know that my parents were very much in love. And that Native American women get sexually harassed by non-Native American men. Like this crazy, the statistic is out of control, out of this world. So she says every time Trump makes a jab or a racist jab towards me, I will bring that up, that we need to look at Native American women and their plight is crap. And so Elizabeth Warren said,
America elected Donald Trump. And yeah, the Russians helped.
That's right. I love that quote from Elizabeth Warren. And yeah, she's got the Native American background. So back to Pennsylvania. Shall we go to Pennsylvania and the interesting story there? Did my thing just glitch? Oh, God, this equipment sucks. Here at Cafe Anyway, where I bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. Anyway. I forgot to tell you what the podcast picture is today. It's a good one. It's full of mirth and happiness, and Mike is filling time. Oh, Benicia again. We're back to Benicia, but this one is of this area closer to this park. I'll put it all on the podcast picture, but yeah, it was a beautiful day. This was also President's Day when I was there. No, wait a minute. This was maybe... Yeah, this was President's Day. Sorry. You ever look at pictures and go, Where the heck? When did I take that? Well, now you don't have to because all of our pictures are time-stamped. But I can't get to the timestamp right now, so I'll tell you when. MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Look for that podcast picture. That's a special little thing, little feature we bring you every show. That, and when my coworker calls me right at 5:45, right on time, because he's right on time with me. He's right on time, and he's not calling yet because we're a little bit early, but so this song could have been a big Christmas song. I don't know, because it talks about Christmas stuff. I don't know why I like that song. Okay, back to the story, because the story is fascinating about pencil neck geek, lousy physique. Yesterday, the stupid tree man showed up at my house again. Oh, I hate the tree man. Anyway. Cafe anyway.
Oh, my.
This tree man shows up, and he goes, I will cut down your tree for really cheap. Remember I showed up early? Yeah. Why are you knocking on my door at 7 o'clock at night? I'm trying to get to bed and try and get at least 8 hours sleep. Why are you waking me up to tell me that my dog, who can't walk up the stairs like he used to, he's like slipping and falling because he's barking, and he's trying to, tell me that there's an intruder at the door, and this tree man. He goes, so I can do it for you really cheap. And I told him, I can't talk about this now. And I shut the door. I said that was... Oh, God, this tree man's driving me nuts. He reeks of cigarettes. He's maybe a little bit older than me. He lives up the street. And I guess he drives up the street and sees this dead tree. But you can't really see the dead tree because I've got these live trees around the dead tree. And this dead tree is not a threat to anyone walking up and down the street, so why does he even care? And he wants to cut it down, and I don't want to hire this guy because he looks a little, I don't know if I can trust him. I don't know who this guy is, and he bugs me, so that just destroyed my evening. And then the whole egos. I've been dealing with such egos lately. Egos. I can deal with bagels, but not egos. Bagels are delicious, and I should eat them all the time because they are so good. But if I do that, I will be so incredibly fat.
I'm going to eat cookies.
But I love the bagels. The everything bagel is everything you could ever want. So much. Now are you able to sleep to my voice now? You need the cream cheese, and you need the locks. Hey, how do you make sure nobody steals your bagel? That was a little children's joke, everybody. Make sure you put locks on them. So, the capers. Hey, whatever caper you're into, I want to go back to Pennsylvania real quick. But first, the egos. I got the longest ego diatribe. No, it was like a lecture. It was an ego lecture. I'm been getting a lot of lectures lately, and I'm not happy with it at all. It's not my thing. This ego person goes on and on about how ego person blazed the trail, how ego person is being attacked from the left and the right by other ego persons that want this ego person's job. Here, have I been general enough? And I'm done with the egos. I'm done with it. You give me your little insecurity diatribe. Go somewhere else. Go talk to a wall. Don't talk to Mike. Everyone takes advantage of Mike. And I'm done with it. Stop it. It's time to stop.
It's time to stop, okay?
That's right. And I say to you...
No more.
I'm just turning off your frickin' the thing that allows you to talk to me. I'm hanging up the phone. I'm cutting off the line. Speaking of lines, it's a razor's edge. Who knows? By the time you listen to this, perhaps Rick Saccone has won, or Connor Lamb. The lamb or the Saucony? The Saucony and the lamb. It's down to the wire, down to the line, the fine line, razor's edge. Who will win? First-time candidate Lamb severely tested Donald Trump's sway in a GOP stronghold. Trump showed up, and said, hey, you got to vote for Saucony. He's the best guy ever, bada bing, bada boom. He didn't actually say that. I don't know. That's something I've been seeing in this hotel commercial. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm like, is that still something people say? I guess Mike just said it, so. But what's it? What is this?
He said he's fighting until the end, and his campaign tells us that it is exploring all legal options to make sure that every vote has been.
He looks like a really fat old librarian, Rick Saucony. Not, judging or anything.
A razor-tight finish in a district that President Trump won by 20 points, and where he campaigned for Saucony.
Oh, wait, I didn't actually say that. That was a Trump tweet. The reason why he lost is because he looks like a fat librarian. That's what I think. Fire Rex Tillerson. So Lamb, ding dong. What was I trying to say? Lamb claimed victory, and that's because. Before an exuberant supporters early yesterday, or today actually, that would have been today, huh? Because the election was yesterday. As the number of votes still to be counted dwindled in a contest that has drawn national attention as a bellwether for the midterm elections in November. That's why all this. Because if he wins, Democrats are like, yay, we're going to win this year. Well, Democrats better win this year because it's a midterm election. The midterm elections during Obama's reign were crazy great for Obama.
That's not even funny.
Oh, I'm bad for Obama, I mean.
That's not even funny.
Yeah.
Washington's made things worse.
It was bad. The Republicans totally cleaned up shop there. That's when, what's his name? The guy, the former Speaker of the House. Oh, his name is... Dick Mark Dukas. No, that's not his name. That guy. Boehner. Jim Boehner. John Boehner. Oh, I think I'm out of energy. I gotta let you go. You gotta get some rest. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're doing Mike's Daily Podcast, somewhere in Podcaster Valley. Well, Pennsylvania, we got our eye on you, Pennsylvania. We're cheering for you. We're going woo, and then we're gonna forget all about you. It's all gonna be gone. Hey, I got a new hat. I'm not gonna have a big ego, a big head about it. I've got a new hat. Hey, coworker didn't call me. Things have changed. Maybe it's the beginning of a new day. It's a dawning of a new day. Sorry to hear about Stephen Hawking. Happy Pi Day to you. 3.14159. With the circumference of a circle, divided by the ringworm, the thing, and then you split the two and you get the atom, and then Einstein jumps out and says, "Welcome, Stephen Hawking. Welcome to heaven. Thank you for all that you've done for humanity and your brilliance." And Stephen Hawking won't need that stupid amazing piece of machinery that allowed him to talk. We'll be able to speak to him, and it'll be an interesting day in heaven. We can only imagine. Which is a new movie that came out. I can only imagine, that I've been hearing a zillion commercials for, because I work for a Christian radio group, believe it or not. But that would be the end of the show. Thank you to you for listening. Thank you to Lol Gergerberger for inventing the Susie phone. And thanks to the masses of people that text and email me every day at 336MMDaily. That's 336MMDaily. Or you can email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. Check out the website, mikesdailypodcast.com. The lovely Ariel will tell you more about it now. Oh, next show, it'll be Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!